Good evening, everyone. People piling into tonight's Solvay Village Board meeting, perplexed about a tax hike rumored to be large. Solvay's mayor says nothing's been decided on a tax increase, and the budget due June 1st is not complete.
Not close yet. News Channel 9's Alexander Dern takes us to tonight's special budget meeting.
A packed house of people from Solvay, confused about how the village board is putting together next year's budget, including special line items for trash and sewer.
I was curious to know what the reason was for pulling out these line items, and I was curious to know how that would affect our overall tax bill. They made it clear very early on that they were not going to tell us how that would affect our overall tax bill.
Even more perplexing, an anonymous flyer claiming people in the village might see a 38% tax hike.
I don't think things were made clear. You know, I think all we ever want is transparency from our government.
The mayor putting the rumors to bed.
There was a yellow piece of paper distributed that was not sanctioned by this board. That was not sanctioned by this board, and it is not true.
One speaker, Erin Weber, tells me she's concerned about how these proposed special assessment areas are going to impact low-income families.
They're saying that we're going to have between 14 and 28% tax increase this year. And I know that if we start levying this out to households instead of parcels, the landlords are just going to levy that onto the rent. And we're going to lose more villagers.
Worrying that some cannot afford additional costs on top of their taxes.
That don't have that means they don't have two incomes. They're not going to be able to afford that. And we're going to have kids missing meals because their mom and dad can't afford that.
Another public hearing scheduled before a vote is cast. In Solvay, Alexander Dern, News Channel 9.
And again, nothing has been decided on the budget. We will update you when we know when the board is meeting again to discuss the spending plan.
All right, let's get to the weather. Quite a